What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door back again. I hope everyone's fit and well. Big topic today. Load of gossip we could talk about today as well. So I thought I'd do a Friday night show. 9:45. I always do it 9 o'clock, but I thought I'd watch the Wolves game for a bit. Not Wolves, Watford. But I thought, you know what, let's start the show. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you're a new viewer as well. And comment below, people. We know it's transfer talk, but it's Premier League City Ground soon. 2 more days to go. In the comments, how is everyone feeling about the City Ground return against West Ham? In the comments, people, please, how are you feeling? Right, like I said, people, we've got a fresh face panel. We've got some old, new, blah, blah, blah. People, show some love to everyone. I'm going to start with the person on the left-hand side of me. We've got the man himself, Wolverine. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you boys doing tonight? Hopefully you're enjoying the heat or not enjoying it in my case.
As you know, people, Wolverine needs some sympathy because he's done something to his shoulder. So people, Wolverine, explain what have you done?
I have either ruptured or torn my bicep. I'd love to say it was in the gym pulling weights, mate, but I was serving a ball in tennis. I got a scan on Sunday, an MRI scan that's going to confirm if it's torn off the bone and I need surgery, or it's going to be a 6 to 8 week recovery. So I'll keep everyone posted. But it's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop me bringing the Forest content.
You remind me of my friend Craig. He wants sympathy, but I'm not giving sympathy to Wolverine. There's not a chance. I can see Craig. I can see Craig in the comments, and so I'm no sympathy for you at all. Next,
I'm completely right-handed as well, so trying to eat with my left hand, it's like a 2-year-old at the moment.
Wolverine, you're not gonna.
I tried.
Listen, man, I've got no sympathy for you. People in the comments, if you've got any sympathy for Wolverine, put in the comments if you have or not. Next, but not least, we've got the man himself, Karen. How you doing, Karen?
Yeah, all good. We are so nearly there for the first game in the Premier League at the City Ground. Hopefully, cannot wait for a win.
Good. At least someone's confident. I'm loving it. I'm loving the confidence, Kieran. I'm loving it.
Be confident. You get it from Do Daily.
Listen to me. Don't talk about Des. Des is not ill. He's suspended for 1 game. That's why Des is not ill. So shout out to Des as well. And last but not least, we've got the man himself, the man who gives all the perfumes, the lot, the FUM, the man himself. Ezzy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, mate. Thank you for having me on tonight, and evening to all the guys on the as well. Yeah, buzzing, mate, but boiling as well, mate. It's so hot in here. I've got no fun.
It is so hot. People in the comments, how hot it is. I am not going to lie. I've got my heart, but I've got my drink. People, if you're not drinking, here's my cup. See this? Premier League. Shout out to Malcolm Owen and this way, Mr. Door. So Malcolm, thank you, Malcolm, for getting me this cup as well. So people, Premier League soon. But like I said, people, as you know, there's a lot of transfer gossip as well. So people in the comments, how you feeling about the transfers? But first, not least, we're going to go through the comments. Shout out to everyone. This is for James. Hello. How you doing, James? How you doing, Dan? Good evening. Gary, good evening as well. Keith, how are you doing? James again. James always about. Sue, good evening all. Howard, hi all. How you doing? How? It's we'll talk about him later in a minute.
That's an interesting chat coming up
as well. How you doing, Tony? How you doing, Lloyd? And people in comments, can you get this guy? Because people should give me sympathy because I've got to deal with this guy the whole season. So people in the comments, slag off Craig. He deserves it. This is for you. This is for you, Craig. I feel sorry for you. Don't feel sorry. No one feel sorry for him. Eve, hello, Door. As Karen and Wolverine, hope you're well. How you doing, Eve? I hope you're well. Forest Dan, what a fab panel. We are fantastic. We are a fantastic panel. So everyone, people in the comments, like, how are you feeling about Sunday? I'm excited, but as you know, like I said, the topic of the show is the transfer talk, and we're going to go through. Is it John Percy? And here's one for what John Percy has said. It was this morning. Not far closer on 3 further signings. Watford forward Emmanuel Dennis is set for a medical later today. A fee around 15 million. Former midfield checkmate Kouyate is also to sign as Switzerland international. Remo Finone has passed his medical as well. So people, 3 signings. Going to go one by one. So people in the comments, how are you feeling about the 3 signings that Forest are going to sign? Right, I'm going to start with you, Wolverine, the legend himself. We're going to start with Emmanuel Dennis. Good player, another striker. What's your thoughts, Wolverine? And people in the comments as well, what's your thoughts as well? Wolverine, what's up with you?
I think with Dennis, it's clear we've needed another striker, or at least Cooper has been actively talking about the attack, the creativity, and bolstering it. If anything, he's gonna be there to create even more competition for places, which is only going to be a good thing. He's got pace, he's got power, he's scored goals in the Prem. I think he got 10 last season in that crappy Watford team. Yes, it wasn't enough to keep him up, but you put a bit of creativity and a solid midfield behind him. He's got that knack for scoring goals. He's a little bit needs improvement on his passing, I think. And the only other thing that worries me about him, and it's starting to worry me about the team in general, is he's quite short. I think he's about 5'9". And when you start to look at our attack, you got Brennan, who's not the tallest as well. Jesse's about the same height at 5'9". You're starting to look at quite a short team. Yes, very skillful. Yes, very pacey. But are we potentially missing out in a bit of the height department? We've only really got Yates in terms of height who can get up there. But bringing it back to Dennis, the deal itself has been on and off probably for about 6 to 7 weeks. I think we've heard about it for quite a long time. So there's obviously been a lot of negotiation. I think the price we've got him at, I've heard today from 12.5 million plus add-ons to 20 and 15 mil, etc.
Could be a bargain.
Exactly. For what he's proven in the Premier League last season, in probably one of the worst teams that were in there last season, he's going to score goals and he's going to give us goals. All of us in the fan base have been saying, yes, these signings have been great that we've done so far, but where's the Prem experience? Yeah, I hate that phrase Prem proven, but there is something about it. And he's going to bring that into there. And I think he's going to come and hit the ground running. He's had a full preseason at Watford. He's already played in their first 2 games. So he's match fit, match sharp as well. So if Cooper likes him enough and I guess the debate from this is going to move on to where does he play? Who does he replace?
That's the problem. And that is the debate. That is the debate. It's Wolverine. When start Wolverine as well. People in the comments, like I said, we know Cooper plays 2 up front. We've got 5 strikers. So I will get the panel as well on this. Wolverine, what 2 strikers would you start? I know they can't play against West Ham, but
yeah, let's assume he's
going forward.
I want Owoni to work, but I get the feeling that Cooper hasn't been hellbent impressed on him so far. Otherwise, he would have started against Newcastle instead of Surridge. And I feel that Dennis will probably peck him in the pecking order off the bat. So I think it's a good thing because Dennis can't start this weekend. And I'd like to see Owoni start. And maybe that's going to give him a bit of motivation, a bit of fire in his belly. We know what he's done in the Women's League. So I think this weekend I'd like to see Owoni starting with Johnson. But I can see Dennis coming in for Owoni from next weekend, assuming we're not changing formation going forward. But that would be the 2 I would start with, Dennis and Johnson. I think they complement each other. They got pace. There's goals in them. But what I will say is you could put Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar up front. If there isn't a midfield behind them to link the play, it doesn't matter who we've got up there. We can't have that disconnect like we had in Newcastle last week.
Kieran, like I said, what partnership would you choose?
I think I would have to go for Hwang. He needs to start, especially at home. I think he will be backed by the crowd. He needs that first goal, really. I think it's a great opportunity for him to really get going, especially at home. Our fan base is going to be absolutely wild on Sunday. I think it definitely is going to have to be a Hwang and Johnson up front for me.
Okay, people in the comments, do you agree with Kieran? What do you think of Hwang and Johnson? Last but not least, Eze, who would you prefer? Like I said, we've got 5 strikers. We've got storage as well. So people can't forget storage. Like, he played well against Newcastle as well, people. So you can't forget about that. So, Ez, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna on this one. I'm gonna certainly for the West Ham game. I'm agreeing with Kieran on this. I'd probably start with a 1 Ian Johnson, and the ones who are knocking a 1 year a little bit. I don't believe we're going to be amongst the crowd on Saturday, on Sunday. There are a few knockers, but I don't think. I don't how can you knock the guy? He's hardly played any preseason. He's played half of a bit of a Premier League game. What I don't understand where the hate would come from, but I say it's a minority, and we're not going to pander to them and not going to give them too much airtime. But I think I would start with him, give him the chance. You know what Cooper's like. He loves giving the players a little bit of a rocket. So with the imminent arrival of Dennis, he knows he's going to be fighting for his position. It's his chance to stake his claim. And Cooper's always been the one. It's the next man up, but the incumbent. If as long as they're playing well, they keep the shirt, and he's very fair on that. I think I'd start with a 1 year and bring Surridge on in a second half if needed. But you got to give back. You got to give him a chance, and you got to give Brennan Johnson and the 1 year partnership a chance. They did a couple of times. They played to Taiwo's strengths in the Valencia game. He nearly created 2 goals, and it was Brennan Johnson who was on the end of it. So that I need to see that partnership a little bit more,
Yeah.
So I would start with them too on Sunday and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I can't believe I'm going to get the opportunity to go and hopefully meet you guys at the game. Wolverine, you're doing a watch along, aren't you? So I know there's
1:30 on Sunday on the channel, mate. Getting there from Peterborough, getting tickets, pain in the ass. But I'll be at the Man City game. That's my first one this season. Are we all in agreement? Johnson's beyond the discussion of being dropped. I think we're all in that agreement, and it's going to be on both sides.
Listen to me, the guy's got pace, man. In the Premier League, you need pace as well, and it's not that you can play him as he's a number 9, but you can put him as a winger. So Cooper's not stupid. Like I said, if we're not playing well, you can try and change. But I think with bringing Dennis in, I think it needs. I think we've got 5 strikers. So if one player is not playing great, we can swap. So that's why I think in the Premier League you need this. So people in the comments, like I said, again, people, what do you think? Do you think who would be your number 2 strikers? Like I said, me personally, I think I'll agree with Kieran and Ez as well. I think I put Jono and Hwang up front, but you, like I said, you can't knock Big Sam. Because Sam, he played all right against Newcastle in the first half. I know, like I said, Newcastle, it was a tough time there, but me personally, I'll stick with Brennan and Taya Hwang. Right, next up, this one's been coming for a long term. We'll talk about. Let's go. We'll start with Kouyate because he's an ex Crystal Palace, Watford, tall, strong player. Let me start with you, Kevin. Like I said, we get another midfielder, and you can tell. Like I said, if you didn't watch the Newcastle game, or if you did, we definitely struggled in that midfield bit. What's your opinion on getting Kouyate, Kevin? And people in the comments as well. What's your opinion?
When I first heard of it, I thought it was a panic buy, but from where he can play centre half, I believe, and he's more of a defensive midfielder. But he's all right, but there must be a reason why Palace got rid of him. But if Cooper wants to go for him, I'm all for it. But we'll see what happens.
What about you, Wolverine? Like I said, he's a good player. He's got Premier
I like
experience.
I like the signing. His experience, Prem proven again. But I think the thing everyone's missing, he's a free transfer. It's no risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
So he's going to come in with his experience. He's going to play that deeper role. I'm starting to think Cooper's contemplating a formation change because if you're playing Kouyate in that CDM role, you can then release 2 box-to-boxes in front of him. So I could potentially see us slipping into a 4-3-3, 1 deep and then 2 boxes up front. And then something like Brennan on the right, Dennis down the middle and Jesse Lingard on the left, something like that. And I just feel that he can come in. If he flops, he flops. It hasn't cost us much. But even his experience, and he won't start every game at 32, but his experience on the training pitch and everything like that, he'll be able to guide the players through. What we're lacking with the players we've signed, I like Mangala a lot. I like the look of him. I really like O'Brien as well. But their natural instinct is to kind of run around the park a bit, chasing the ball down, closing the space. Whereas you need that person who's got that Prem experience, who can sit in the right position, anchor it, guide them where they need to be, and distribute the ball, just from in front of the defense. I think he has a big role to play. It's zero risk. It's a no-brainer in my mind. What I do like about getting him, it means we probably won't be getting Bakayoko, the Chelsea player, who has
no go. That's no go.
Yeah.
I've seen it from it was on Twitter, and I think he's a top guy. He does everything, and that Bakayoko is a no go. Let me clarify for Forest fans. No chance. That is not happening. That's a no go.
Although he's 4 years younger, I still think Kouyate is a better player than him. So I'm happy with this one.
Last but not least, and as well, people, before I get on as well, we've got so many midfielders in now, and like I said, we will mention the Remo Freuler as well from Atlanta. We've got so many midfielders now. I think, like I said, Cooper likes to play that two midfielders. Ryan Yates has still got to be back as well. But people in the comments, who would you put in that midfield role? There's so many choices. But people like wait, Kieran, don't go yet. Just chill.
Dora, I'll tell you what, I guarantee you not two people will come up with the same answer in the chat. There's so many combos you could have in there.
There's combos as well, people. So people get in the comments as well. Who would you put in that midfield role? So let me start. No. Let me finish. What do you think of Kouyate before we do carry on?
I can't disagree with anything that Wolverine said on him. It's a no-brainer for me. What's the risk? He's going to bring in bags of experience and at a good level. And he is the type of player that we were missing on Saturday. Somebody who would get in amongst the players and it would give us a possibility of changing our formation. And I like that idea, him sitting and you getting a couple more, slightly more. And they're the kind of players we seem to be looking at. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but that is in Cooper's thinking. And agree absolutely with what Forest Ant said in the chat. Is a solid signing. I can't see any bad side in it, to be honest. And he'll bring bags of experience and like I say, at a good level. I can't. He's going to help players around. Players like Ryan Yates aren't going to do anything but learn off Kouyate, so he's going to be a good influence. And I'm glad that Bakayoko is a no deal because it doesn't make sense to me when you're looking at Kouyate. I'd go with him, absolutely.
Right, so people in the comments, what do you think? We'll go around the panel. Say who would be your two midfielders? Like I said, we've got loads, got bag of midfielders in. But you know what? We'll leave it, because we've still got another centre midfielder to talk about. Because like the players are coming left, right, and centre. At the end of the show, we'll say, because I saw on TalkSport, it wasn't TalkSport, it was a news channel. No, it was TalkSport, right? And there's moaning about. It wasn't moaning. There's about my bad. It was Sky Sports. And it was Dimash, something I think his name is. Was putting the right facts about Forest getting all his players. So we've got so many players we've got now, so many midfielders as well. Let's talk about the Remo. Oh, I can't pronounce his name now. How do you pronounce his name?
Remo Freuler.
Remo Freuler. That's the way. I apologize.
Just put a German accent on, and it makes it sound like you're saying it right.
So Remo Freuler, like I said, he's 30 years old. Played for Atlanta. He's got Champions League experience as well. He's more of a DM, and I spoke to an Atlanta fan from Instagram. Shout out to was it Frank Horney? I thought Frank. I guess I can call him Frank. And he said he's a he reminds he basically he told me about McKenna, a person that can sit in front of that defense and help us out. Wolverine. Do you know anything about this new guy? Because, like I said,
I know quite a bit about him. He can sit in that defensive role, but what he does well is two things. He wins the ball higher up the pitch. So he's looking to win the ball in the center area to the opponent's half there. But what he's been trained into from the Atlanta formation, which is quite similar to Forest, they'll play a 3-5-2, similar to us, is that their centre mids will split. And what they try and do is overload the wings, because their fullbacks are bombing forward a bit like we're used to playing as well. And that gives them the opportunity to get, the triangle plays, get the overload through, etc. And what he ends up doing in the attacking third is almost coming out as a winger. And sometimes one of the strikers would drop in to protect that hole, etc. And he's got a good cross on him. He's predominantly right-footed, but he's very good at crossing the ball, and he will pop up on both sides of the wings as well. And what I like about this is if Kouyate was to be put back in the left centre-back position, he's very adventurous going forward. And what Freuler's very good at is then covering the hole while he allows the centre-back to go forward. And that's what he's done a lot in Atlanta. So he's very good at filling the hole backwards or filling the hole forwards. Now, can his legs handle the Premier League pace? He's into his third.
That's the thing I'm worried about, because he's playing Italian football for like all his career on, and that's the thing I'm worried about. Are you like I said, he's got experience, he's been in Champions League, but Premier League football is just completely different.
It's the pace that worries me. What I like that because he's played in Serie A, they're very tight defensively, and he's got a good eye for a pass through the lines, even in a tight defensive league like Serie A. What he's going to struggle with is the pace in the Premier League. But what he will do is, like I was saying earlier, win that ball higher up the pitch and look to progress it from there. If you look where our CMs were sitting in the Newcastle match, both Colback and O'Brien were pretty much holding hands with the centre-backs for most of that game. If you look at the heat maps, I did a video on it, it's an eye-opener. What he will do is force the midfield higher up the pitch. Now, as long as he does that, and as long as he's got the pace for it, he's probably going to last like 60, 70 minutes in a match along that kind of, time frame. But that's enough to maybe get us a lead in a match or give us a bit of possession domination and then release the pace merchants down the wing, etc. But I like the signing, but I am now starting to think, are we getting too many of the same kind of player?
That's the topic I like to say. I want to say about the topic. And this is the end of the topic I want to talk about. But like I said, we brought in, it's going to be 15 players. And that's that later on, people will be talking about it. Because like I said, it's 15 players a lot now. I know we had to buy players, we had to do it. But that's something that we'll talk about later on. As this like I said, this player, like I said, another centre midfielder coming in, but I think we've got to, because like I said, 38 games is long, and the Premier League's tough. But his experience, I think that's the most important thing. We need an experienced player in that centre midfield, don't we?
Yeah, and if you look at the age ranges of the players that we've signed up until now, they've been in lower 20s to mid 20s. We do need some experience in there. We have to, and competition. You have to have competition. Added substitutions and players that you have to name on the bench, that doesn't rule anybody out. It gives everybody an opportunity. That I've had people saying, how can you accommodate a Hwang and Dennis and Hwang if you bring him in, and can we accommodate Morgan Gibbs-White as well, and all those players? But you have to have the competition, and there's nothing to say about just because they're not starting a game, but they're not coming on and making a considerable contribution to the game. So I think the way Cooper likes his group is tight knit, but he also likes all challenging. They're all going to be backing each other. I've said before, one who's not playing will be pushing on the player who's in the team, and the player who's in the team will be anxious that if he makes a mistake, there's some superstar waiting to take his place. So nobody should feel, even the likes of Yatesy. A year ago, you wouldn't leave Yatesy out of the starting hand, but Yates is going to find it hard to get back in after his injury. We'll see how the players come in, adapt to the team and blend in. But players like Mangala, we've brought him in for a reason. He's going to play, and he's going to play a part. And how all these other players are going to work around it, it's going to be interesting to see. But question I wanted to ask is, any of you guys envisage that will be a change in our shape in how we have been used to playing in the last season?
Good question.
That's a great question. That is a fantastic question. People in the comments, what do you think? Do you think we'll get the shape back? I said we've got loads of midfielders, now. Yeah. But I think let me see. Right, and get out there. Like we've got 2 midfielders. I'll get there. I'll tell the panel, people in the comments, if Cooper played, I don't know, 4-2-3-1, who would you put in that 2 midfield holding role? Not the number 10. We know who's got that, Lingard. But people in the comments, who would you put in that role? I'll start with me, and then we'll start with Wolverine, Ez, and Kieran. So me personally, like, I love Ryan Yates. Everyone knows how I feel about Ryan Yates. But I personally think we've got some good players. We've brought some good quality players in. Come
on, spit it out.
I'm going last. Well, I'm going last.
It's hard.
I'm going last. Wolverine, you go first.
Are we assuming we've signed who we've signed today? And
yes.
stuff,
yeah? Yes.
Okay.
So, right.
All
So Wolverine go first. Then I'll go last.
All right. No pressure. No pressure. I'll do it in 2. Right. For West Ham, Colback gone. Yeah. I want to see Mangala and O'Brien for West Ham. Going forward, I would play it depending on if we're home or away. If we need 2 real kind of tacklers in there, Mangala and O'Brien for me would work well. But if we need someone who's going to control the pitch going forward, you know what? Going forward, Freuler and Mangala. Freuler and Mangala. I've changed. It's tough. But
it's a tough one, isn't it? As a clear, there's 2 in the midfielders.
Do you know why I want Yates in there? Because Yates does get into the box. Yeah, he's got height as well. And we've seen how many important headers did he score last year? He missed a few as well, I know. Yes, he's susceptible to lose the ball a bit. But if we don't get one of these midfielders into the box, there's just no point in having them. But for me, Freuler and Mangala will be my 2 starters with Yates and O'Brien on the bench and Colback just... You guys know my views on Colback. But...
Okay. Next, Ez, who's your 2 midfielders?
Oh, mate, I think we're all going to have different answers on this one, but it's hard to leave Yates here.
It's hard, isn't it? It's so hard.
It's hard. But touching on Wolverine's point earlier about the lack of height, the team players we're looking at, he adds that, doesn't he? And he's definitely a danger on breaking into the. That's part of the way we play. But
as you're breaking up,
broke up there, bro. Say it again.
As you're breaking up.
Sorry, bro.
Internet bill.
No,
you're not paying the internet bill, have you?
You're good now. You're good.
You're good now. You're good now. Yeah, you're good now. You're good now.
Right, what was I saying? I'll go with Yates. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to go with Mangala and O'Brien for the West Ham game as well. And going forward, Yates and Mangala going forward.
Okay, so
I'm interested in Kieran's view. He looks like he's set. He's done the maths on this, worked out all the angles and everything.
Right then, so Kieran, you're next. What are you going for?
I think what people are forgetting is Yates is vice captain. He's vice captain for a reason. And I think he will play a lot this year. I know we're going to be signing all these players, Mangala, O'Brien, and now this new lad from Switzerland. If Yates is fit, he will start, especially for this weekend against West Ham. We're up against Declan Rice and Souček, who are big physical men. Maybe for that game, you could see, if Yates was fit, him and Mangala in midfield. That's my choice for that game, because you're up against West Ham, who are a physical side, and they are an established Premiership side that have done well under Moyes with the style that he plays. So I think it's going to have to be Yates and Mangala for me.
Kieran, but he's injured. You're going to have to pick someone else now.
You've got to pick someone else. He's injured.
Yeah.
He's injured.
So, all right, then. While Yates is injured, I'd go for O'Brien and Mangala, because I don't think that other guy will play, will he?
Do we have enough attack in those two for one of them to get forward? I think Mangala will be the one pushing through, but he just can't shoot for shit. So
he can't do nothing. Right. So me personally, for West Ham, it's a tough one. It's absolutely tough. Definitely for me, Mangala will definitely start for me, because when he come on against Newcastle, I thought he came on and he did all right.
He looks all right, to be fair.
Look, looking forward all the time. So I will say Mangala. The next one, it's a tough one. I've got to say O'Brien. Because let's keep it real, right? Colback played good against Newcastle. He was one of them. Wolverine, you can't disagree. No, he was. Come on, he was. What do you think? Colback was good.
He ran his socks off.
Yeah.
But there was no quality there. He ran about 13k, like Joe Worrell said. There was just no quality there. Like, he ran his socks off, fair play to him. You tried, but there was no quality there.
100% agree. I would say Colback played outstanding for his level, yeah? But his ceiling is here. The Premier League is up here. Like, you can't knock him for what he did. He's not a Prem player, yeah? There's
no,
I agree.
He's
never had a transfer player. He's a player that's never had a transfer fee attached to him. He's always gone for a free. Yeah,
he's not
the player for the midfield. O'Brien's better than him.
I'm not saying start Colback. I'm just saying he's definitely.
It was at fault for the goal, man.
He was, to be fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
He just watched him. He didn't close the space down.
People in the comments, do you disagree with Rick? Do you agree or disagree with Wolverine and Kez? As what you're saying? You've been quiet.
No, I haven't piped in on this one yet because I, like you, from what I saw, he ran around and he probably did as much as anybody did in that first half. But like Kieran said, it wasn't quality. You know, it was passionate, but it wasn't enough quality there. I'm going on. You're fine. Yeah. But yeah, he ran around, but there wasn't any quality. But he did as much as anybody did, certainly in that first half, to keep them out of keep it at 0-0. But yeah, we need, like I said, like Wolverine said, his ceiling's not quite where we need it to be. You know? I think will be very few games that once we got at least half of midfielders that we've been linked with you're not going to see many games where Colback will be starting. Certainly, you may see him coming off the bench, and I still think he gives us a little bit of cover at left back as well. But I think once we start getting some of the players in that we're linked with, you're not going to see too much of him in the starting line.
You lot are being hard.
You're being sentimental, mate. You're being sentimental. We can't be sentimental this year, right?
No.
He was like when we first signed him. Seriously.
No. Wolverine. Let me chirp in.
Go, bro.
I agree with you. We can't be like, we've got to move on. We've got to move on from being from a championship team to a full-time Premiership team. I get what you mean. But the Colback statement, I got to disagree with you in that bit because I think from going to the game and watching it, I think, like I said, we wasn't like Newcastle we're high, we're better than as simple as that. But me personally, I see comments. I do see y'all. I do watch your comments. I got to disagree with you there. I said you care, I've got to disagree with both of y'all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, but actually, people can have their own opinion. People agree or disagree. This is what this channel is about. But me personally, like I said, with Colback, I won't start him. I see him as a squad player. I see Colback as if we're winning, I don't know, 1-0, 2-1, and
put 3 in the middle. Yeah.
Then we put 3. Put 3 in the middle. But
yeah, definitely.
I still wouldn't bring him on. I'd bring on someone else. But yeah,
if it's like 15 minutes to go, then Colback's the right player to bring on.
Agreed.
Just to
solidify it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
hope he doesn't make a mistake. Yeah.
Where's that math?
Let me just one thing on this, right? And I don't want to make this a Colback vendetta. Yeah. But would you not agree? We lost the game to Newcastle based on the midfield last week.
Yes.
So the midfield, and I'm not going to say O'Brien's not at fault either. The two CMs were sitting too deep. They were whenever they were winning the ball, it was freaking Hollywood punt football and pray that Brennan could get onto it. Yeah. So they're both culpable for it. So already it tells you the quality isn't there. He didn't close Shah down when he took the shot. He watched it and admired. I mean, a centre-back scorer. But you know, it's if he's at fault and if it's clear that they're sitting deep, yeah, then there has to be a change. We can't be sentimental about it. We got enough players to test them out. Like, we can't agree between us the combo for the two, yeah? Let alone poor Cooper is going to have to make the actual decision. So we are going to see different combos tested out. And that's just how it's going to have to be. And then Cooper will find the right formula.
Right. I see about comments. I do see you, but there's one comment that's just come out, and this is Spesh, who's giving me the £4.49. Come on, guys. You're making one decision based on one game. Newcastle are top 4 at home since January. Right. That's a great comment. And like I said, I wasn't saying anything about Colback. People, it's Wolverine, it's Kez's opinion, and it's had his opinion. It's people's opinion. Like I said, we know this was one game, and Newcastle were like I said, they were a great side. They were a fantastic side. But let's keep it real. Midfield, Newcastle midfield, like I said, they had what's his name? The Portuguese midfielder.
Yeah, Bruno Ramirez.
Bruno Ramirez. He was untouchable. No one could touch him.
I don't
know why they were sitting off him. That's why.
They gave him too much time, too much respect.
They gave him too much time. Yeah. But like I said, we're not trying to bash Colback. Like I said, Colback. No. We're not trying to disrespect him at all. People, like I said, I saw in the comments. I'm gonna go through the comments as well. Like, but thank you for £4.49 special. This guy's a legend, and hopefully I'll see you before the game anytime too, because this guy, he always does super chats. If anyone wants to do any super chats, people, please do help support the channel. And there's 187 people in. If you can do a massive favor for me, do hit the like button as well if you can. Right, I'm gonna go through the comments. And like I said, the Colback situation has got people going up as well. SN YouTube fan, Colback is a Prem where just because last season doesn't mean he shouldn't be denied or too hard as well. This is from Forest. Colback is a useful player to bring in a certain.
I agree with that, man.
Against certain teams, 100%. This is from Dave. Shout out to Dave. I love Dave. Ask him if you think of Jack Colback. He won't be lobbied out. Jack out. He won't be lobbied Jack out. No, 100%. 100%. He, like I said, Jack Colback, like I said, he's one of them players. Since Cooper, like when Cooper come in, he made his like, and everyone knew how I felt about Jack Colback. I thought he was a bell end at that time. But then Cooper, he made him better. He was my player of the season, and it's what it is. But we've got to. I want to be a Premiership team. I don't want to be a Championship team. I don't want to be a Championship team anymore. So, I said, people, the panels have their opinion. People in the comments will agree with Wolverine. They might disagree with Wolverine, with Kieran, Ezzy as well. So, people, don't shoot us. We just have an opinion. That's all it is. But shout out to Dave as well. I'll see you on Sunday, my friend. This is from Nick. Colback is a Premiership player. He's one of the better players in two poor sides in Sunderland and Newcastle. Okay, as well.
It's a long time
about the other signing.
As well. This is from Billy.
Billy, you're a legend, Billy. Yeah.
No sentiment. Agree with Wolverine. As well. This is from Dylan. Colback is magic. We know how Dylan feels about Jack Colback as well. And like I said, this is from Mitchell. Colback should not be part of the squad this year. Yes, he put shifting against Newcastle, but you need more than that in the Premiership. And I think, and this is what I think we're all talking about. And this is what I was talking about with Jack Colback. Like I said, he's been at Forest for 4 years now. I want to be a Premiership club, and like I said, he did his job against Newcastle, but I want to go forward. And I want to be a Premiership team. I don't want to be a Fulham. I don't want to be a Norwich. I don't want to be a Bournemouth. I don't want to be them teams that keep going up and down. I want to be a team that can be playing Premier League football for years and years. And you got to shout out to the owner, Marinakis, for backing him as well. Right, I'm going to go through the comments as well. There's more. There's comments. The comments are flying in. This is Wolverine. This is your fault. This is your fault, Wolverine. Everyone go for Wolverine. If don't go for me, go for Wolverine. This is from Jimmy. I do, Jimmy. Colback is more Premier experience than any of the other players. 100%. 100%. Because he's played more Premier League football than any other one. And that's what I'm like. And this is again.
McTominay's got more experience than all of our squad put together. Would you play McTominay if we had him?
People in the comments, what do you think? Like I said, it is what it is. But I think right. But another one for and people. What's Colback? Another Colback question. For this is from Daniel. Colback was deemly not good enough for Newcastle when we were poor. We need better. Love Jack, but we want to stay up if we need to do better. Well, again, it's got
We're derailing here, aren't we? We're derailing onto a Colback stream where we still got.
No, but
it's a good debate to have, though.
It is, and it's an important one, isn't it?
That's why we're here. We're here to have a debate.
Yeah. And I think it's we've like I said, we've got so many midfielders, and like with Ryan Yates, I said everyone knows I'm a big Ryan Yates fan, and as well, Kieran's a big Ryan Yates fan as well.
Me too.
No, you're right.
Only me and Dore.
You're Jack. He's a Jack Colback hater. That's what he is. But nah, it is what it is. I'm taking a mic. We've got. Like
Can I add one thing? Yeah. Colback, Mangala, whoever. We're still missing a number 10, in my opinion. An MG or a Nawara.
Yeah.
One of those two, and I am done, and I am happy, and I'm over the moon.
And number 10, we've got Jesse Lingard.
Jesse Lingard in a 4-3-3 will play out on the left.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
If we switch to a 4-3-3, we still need an MG Dub or an Awara. I don't care which one it is. I clearly think Cooper cares that it's MG Dub, but Awara at 15 mil euros. This guy was worth 54 mil. Arsenal wanted him last year for 54 mil. We could pick him up for 15 mil euros. He's unbelievable as a player. Off the boil last season, but trust me, I've seen plenty of him. And it's a no-brainer, more so than Kouyate would be at a free at that price. It's an absolute steal. But I still think we need it. And yes, okay, you can say Jesse Lingard can play in the 10, yeah? But we're talking about squad depth, yeah? He gets injured. Where's the competition against his position? And then secondly, if he's injured, we're screwed.
Right, people, there's 202 people. Thank you everyone for taking the time and watch us talk about, like I said, we're so close to buying 3 players. I think it's going to be tomorrow. So hopefully we do. Like I said, I don't think they can make it for the Wolves game, but Wolves West Ham game, but I think they'll be back they'll be ready for Everton. So like I said, we brought in 14 players in, and as well, people, and get the panel, talk about panel as well. And we know another topic. Like I said, it was on Sky Sports, and it was Dimesh was talking about why we had to get these players in. So people in the comments as well, and like I said, I'll get the panel. Do you think that the 3 players that we get in, we should stop, or do you think we need to get another player? Get the comments and have your opinion. Let me start with you, Ez. We're getting the extra 3. Do you think we need any more?
It'll be interesting, yeah. But I would love to know what amount of squad players we're on at the moment, because you have to obviously declare your squad at a certain point. As much as it's needed, it's a strange one because everyone's looking at us negatively without knowing the background of why we're buying as many players as we are buying. But yeah, whatever it takes, man. I think 3 or 4 more, and depending on this is what I know we need competition, but can you accommodate Morgan Gibbs-White and Hassan Mawar? I don't think you can accommodate them both, can you? Ideally, you need competition, but these are big players, and one might not agree. But going back to what I said before, there's no doubt if you're not starting the game, doesn't mean you're not going to get to play a key part in the game. So I think we need quality competition. I think if any of those players, Morgan Gibbs, let's go back to him. He's one of my favourite players, and he's my number 1 target. Say we get him.
Agree.
You're telling me that's not enough to keep us up. And if that keeps us up, he's not worth every single penny and all the players that are bought in around him. So I think we have to spend what we have to spend. The price of everything has gone up. There's no doubt the price of players are going to go up at the same time. You know, we've got to do 100 million wasn't enough to keep Fulham up a couple of seasons ago. We're going to be in the 140, 150 million mark by the time we're finished with this transfer window. And you got to hope that that's going to be more enough to keep us up. And even if we just stay up by the team, it's money well spent. Because, like you said, Dor, I don't want to be a yo-yo team, mate. I want to be an established Premier League team. I want to go back to the Forest that I grew up supporting, mate. And you know, that wasn't a team that was struggling with relegation. We were always in the top half. We were always in the top 10, top 8 when I was growing up, and in the cup finals every season, whether it's League Cup, semi-final of a FA Cup. That's what I want to go back to. I know it's a long way off right now, but we're spending the money that we're hoping to be back there. But Marinakis isn't going to be settling for just staying up, and he doesn't want to be a yo-yo team. He knows how hard it is to get to where we've got to, and we just can't waste his chance. And I don't think we will, despite there might be some negativity after one game, not from me. I know this is a journey, you know, and this journey is going to have its ups and downs, and it's going to be. It's only last season we were as good as we've been, you know. We've had on and off rubbish for the last 23 years, you know. But last season was something special, and I don't want anybody to think back just because we're not playing as well as we did then, but we're not going to achieve something this season. We will, and we'll surprise a few teams. It might take a little while because there's so many players that we've got to make gel. But the first 6 to 8 games is going to be our extended pre-season, is the way I look at it, and we're going to kind of have to almost ride this little wave right now and see what we come to at the end of it.
I said we got to September 2nd, I think, transfer window closes. So I saw that if Craig's watching it, he said he can't wait till window closes because it's been a crazy, it's been a transfer crazy. So like I said, 12 players, 3 more players coming tomorrow. It's been crazy. But before I get to Wolverine, I'm going through the comments as well. Got my guy, my friend, and the legend himself, Kevin Campbell. Quality is needed, and squad depth is important. What's Forest just there we find you res. Shout out to my guy Kevin Campbell.
I love you, Kev.
Legend himself. Like Kev said, it's important to have squad depth. We need squad depth, and it's going to be a long ride. Like I said, the Newcastle game said it all. We had to strength definitely in that midfield, and we're getting players like Kouyate as well. We're getting, like I said, Freuler as well. These players, we need them, so it's important as well. And looking good for comments. And another guy, legend himself, man himself, Curtis Shaw's TV, my guy, legend. He said, "Awani would be a great time for you. We nearly signed him last summer, but his agent wanted massive fee. Dennis and Kouyate would be smart signings as well." Like I said, another player we've been linked with, and if we get him, I personally think he's like I say, he's a quality player. He's a quality player. And like I said, I think was it Leon? He was at.
Is that Leon? Yeah,
He's still there now, I think.
Yeah.
He's still there now.
He is,
He's a quality player. Quality player.
56 mil was the going price for him 12 months ago.
Yeah, and I think there's 2 of is it Urs
and Leicester. But
Leicester.
There was 3 in. It was Batiste, Leicester, and Forest. Batiste got to talking to him on personal terms, and they couldn't agree. It was around the 67 mark off the top of my head.
Okay,
they couldn't agree. So Batiste has pulled out. So we're heads up with that other crappy East Midland, with the other crappy East Midlands. There's no contest. If we want him,
they're not relevant. They're not relevant.
Exactly.
So that's what they put. Yeah, but like I said, he'll be good. He'll be a good signing. He'll be fantastic signing. But yeah, shout out to Curtis. Make sure everyone goes and subscribe to Curtis Shaw. He'll be on this channel as well when we get the Arsenal. Because remember last time, if people remember us, we beat 1-0. Curtis,
We'll beat him again.
I'm coming for you again, Curtis. But shout out to Curtis. Make sure everyone goes to the channel and subscribes to the man himself. I'm going through the comments as well. I've got a super chat as well from them again. Forest Down. Congratulations, Dor, on having such fantastic panel. It's always a fresh face. Like I said, people are sick of seeing Dez's face on this channel. So I'm sick of seeing Dez's face now. Shout out to Dez. Shout out to Dez, man. You know I'm playing as well. Dez is a legend. He'll be back. He'll be back. Another one from Clear, another super chat. All these incomings. It's good time to be a Forest fan. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Like I said, we're bringing these players in, player after player after player, but it's good. It's really good, people. But like, I can't wait till the September the 1st till Trafford window closes. Then I can rest from this talk, all this talk. People, there's 214 people, and if you can do one massive favor for me, do hit the little like button if you can, people. Let me look at these comments. There's loads of comments, and when you got too many people in, there's so many comments. I said the first. Sammy says, Leicester are done, finished, ball busted, and a lot of unrest. We don't need to worry about them. None rivals, and Leicester in trouble. They are in trouble. And I can't. When we've got Leicester, that's a Monday night game, isn't it?
October the 2nd or something at their ground. I think it's on a Monday night as well.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go Leicester. I don't hate them because it's not relevant to me.
They're not relevant.
They're not relevant. So it is what it is. Like
not our rivals. Not our rivals.
Not our rivals. Right. We can talk about
what the question was, didn't you?
Huh?
You forgot what the question was originally, didn't you?
Yeah, okay, I did. Right, people, right. We'll change it up. Like I said, it's going to be a crazy day on Sunday. We've got West Ham. If people not saw the previous show that the West Ham fan, go and watch that. It was a good show, really good show. Let's start with you, Ez, because like I said, Ez is going first time for Forest for quite a while. Are you excited to go to the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I'm buzzing for so many reasons, but yeah, certainly, like you just mentioned, it'll be my first home game in nearly 3 years. So I've mentioned before on my channel, my last game was the 4-0 defeat to Sheffield Wednesday under Sabri, when Jordan Rhodes scored that hat trick. And yeah, that was my last game at the City Ground. So this is a long time coming, and I'm just so grateful to be there. But this is going to be an amazing atmosphere. I missed Stuart Pearson's first game, and the atmosphere that day, all my mates who were there said it was like nothing else, you know. And then also I wasn't there for the semi-final second leg against Sheffield United either, and that was something like I've never seen or heard anything like that. You obviously, Kieran, you were at the game that day, but after we conceded that second goal, the way the fans sang and didn't stop singing made all the difference that night. That got us through that second leg. Expecting a similar atmosphere on Sunday to the point where even if it doesn't quite go right, the fans will not stop singing. This is going to be it's going to be deafening. And I've mentioned before, West Ham are going to have to deal with that. You know, it's going to level the playing field a little bit, that atmosphere, I think, on the day. And just really buzzing to be there, mate. And looking forward to meeting you guys at the stadium door. I'm hoping to meet you before the game, mate. We'll
100%.
vlog and outside the club shop, innit? So I'll meet you
there.
Yeah,
like people, I said I'm there. I'll be there early because I'm doing some media work for for a few other people, mainstream media. So I'll be there early, about 11 o'clock. So I'm excited. I can't wait. And the atmosphere, like I said, as mentioned, the Sheffield United playoff game, second leg, the atmosphere was absolutely nuts. It was crazy. And seeing loads of people there and back there on Sunday, it's going to be crazy. So people, if you do want to meet me before the game at the club shop, get on the vlog. It's going to be a mad day. But the most important thing, just get a win. That's all that matters. Get our first win, get the 3 points, and get close to that 11-point mark, because everyone knows we want to beat that Derby County mark, because if we don't, then we are shocking.
We are going to.
Kieran, are you excited for Sunday?
Absolutely going to be so excited. I'm going to go, I actually go to City Ground tomorrow, so I need to get my third shirt, so that'll be quite nice, going back to City Ground, but Sunday's going to feel very special. My dad won't go, so that'll be very weird. But my brother-in-law's a Liverpool fan, so I've got him going with me.
What?
Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan.
Shocking behaviour. Get rid of
Mine's a Spurs fan, mate.
I know, like Wolverine, I said you're not going, but as a Forest fan, 23 years, back in Premier League, especially at City Ground, It's going to be mad. People in the comments as well. If you go to the game, are you excited? I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I wish it wasn't Sunday. I wish it was tomorrow, mate. You know,
yeah.
I got to watch along for the other guys who can't make it along, so we'll be doing that on Sunday, and I'm going to be nervous as hell. But come on, can we just please agree? If we could, if they could say to me, I'm guaranteeing you the win, but you tell me how you want it, yeah. 1-0, 90th minute, Jesse Lingard goes into the West Bridgeford end like, I can't do it, my hand. Thank you. Yeah, right in their faces. Oh, that would be the perfect result. And I would jump straight onto Twitter after that one.
No. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Like I said, another message from Kevin. Premier League back at City Ground. Make sure you enjoy these moments. I think everyone is, Kev. Everyone's gonna enjoy these moments, and like I can't not wait. I'm saying I'm going to go through comments as well.
Why are you bringing one up? Did you see Moyes' press conference today? Because he raised a really interesting point. Because they asked him about the atmosphere in the City ground, and we know how it sounds, and we know how we generate it. But his point was actually quite profound. He said, well, at our ground, we got 60,000. We hear a noise. We're used to an atmosphere. You know, so these other Premier League clubs, it's not like when we go and play in the Championship where we're putting a sellout club and the opposition aren't used to it. These guys are used to a cauldron, a pressure match as well. So we can't ride everything on the atmosphere of the ground. The players, we can, motivate the players, but the players are going to have to perform. We're not going to intimidate the West Ham players just by the noise we make. I see it more as a motivation to our players. So because the West Ham players are, seasons in the Premier League, they'll be used to it. So we can't rely on it too much.
No.
Right, 3 minutes ago, people, before we do go, like I said, I'm so excited for this game, and I'll get everyone's score prediction for the game, and so people would comment, what is your score prediction for tomorrow's? Not tomorrow, Sunday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. That's why I'm so buzzing for the game. So people in the comments, what is your score prediction for Sunday's game? I'm going to start with you, Kieran. What's your score prediction?
I think West Ham will score, if I'm being honest. I think
we're
going to get snapped it 2-1.
Shut up, Kieran. Not going to score.
2-1 Forest.
All right,
I think Sam Sturridge is going to come off the bench and score the winner.
All right, so Kieran says 2-1. Ezzy, what's yours?
It's the third time I've been asked on the live stream, so I can't change my answer, mate. So I went with 0-0.
Come on, man.
I know.
0-0.
Mr. Negative.
Right, I tell you, no, not negative. I want to see us get our first point on the board, and I want to see us get our first clean sheet. The atmosphere is going to be amazing, but I want the first point and the first clean sheet. Obviously, I want to see us score, but that's what I said. I've said it three times now. I can't go back on it, can I?
Yes, you can. The game hasn't kicked off, man. We're fans.
Yeah,
I can do a door. 1,000 times.
I can do a door and just change it up until the final. So,
hey, you can't. That's copyrighted. You can't. People know my rules. I don't do score predictions an hour before the game. You know what I do. I don't. So don't bother asking
me an hour after the game, don't you know?
I'm not doing it, people. Last but not least, Wolverine. What's your score prediction?
2-0 Forest, clean sheet. Henderson made the most saves last weekend. He deserves and will get his clean sheet. Lingard will score. And the birthday boy, happy birthday to my boy Uwoni today, 25. He's going to cap his weekend off with a goal, his first goal for Forest, and then he's going to fly from there.
He really needs a goal.
The positivity. He needs a goal. One goal and he's going to fly.
Needs that confidence.
2-0. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
So everyone's confident. I'm just going to look through comments as well.
Yeah. Don't try it, mate. Let's see your prediction.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying my prediction. Everyone knows my rule. I don't do well. I'll tell you a lie. I did say a score prediction on 2 rival West Ham channels, but I'm not giving it. I'm not giving my. Well, so if you do want to look for my prediction, go on the West Ham
You liar! You did it on the Newcastle match on the Toon channel as well.
Liars,
Liar.
all bunch of liars. I didn't say a word. Right. So all my says 1-1. Sonny says 3-1 to West Ham. Oh, he's not that confident, is he? Kez has 2-2. Russell says 2-1. Shout out to Russell. He's from America. Alberto's from Canada. 2-1 to West Ham. Will get his first goal in Premier League goals. Eve says 1-0 to Forest. Lingard to score. 1-0 to Forest. James as well. I see loads of predictions. As it isn't been negative, he's just been realist.
Negative.
He's being negative. 2-1, baby. Shout out to Pat, the Coronation Street legend. Shout out to the man himself. He's been on my show before. People in the comments, do you want Pat, the man Pat back in? I'd love to get Pat back in. I know he was on Ezzy's show, so later on we'll promote his channel before we go. As well, Claire says 1-0 to Forest.
Take it.
Paddy Irish says 1-0 to Forest. Shout out to Paddy, he's from Ireland. As well, people comment before we go, where are you from? Where is everyone watching this?
We're global, mate. We're global.
I love to know where everyone is from as well. Michael says 2-1 to Forest. Eon says 2-1 to Forest as well. 1-0 Forest, late Colback winner.
I'll take it. That was Forest down, wasn't it?
Wolverine, but imagine what Colback's going 8 times a minute. Wolverine on his live stream like this.
I'll celebrate it, mate. I will celebrate it. I will hug and kiss the guy if he comes and knocks on my front door if he scores us the winner. But then I won't want to see him start in the next match.
Unbelievable. So I did say people, where's everyone watching the stream? Daisy's from Ireland. I said my man Albert, he's from Canada, all over the world. Kevin, he's from Wrexham. Here we go. Gary's from Mexico. I hope it rains. I hope it rains on you, Gary.
I hope it rains here, mate. I'm boiling.
Mitchell's from London. Shout out to Mitchell. Fred's from New York. Fred, can you email me? I'd love to get Fred on. So, Fred, you're from New York. Can you please message me, email me, or whatever you do, please? I love, like I said, if you are out of the country, I'd love to get you on. So, people, like I said, if you do want to come on, if you're out of the country, like I said, please message me. Like I said, I want you to come on. Russell, I know you're from the USA. Shout out to Russell. Big Mark from Worcestershire. I love to, like I said, it's good to know. I love to know where everyone's from because, like I said, I love doing these shows. And last but not least, James is from London. Right, I get going, people. It's been a great show. Before we do go, like I said, I know Wolverine's got a channel. Essie's got a channel as well. Wolverine, do a little plug for your channel.
Cheers, bro. So it's youtube.com/Wolverine. Nice and easy. I've got the match preview coming out tomorrow, and then we've got the watch along live from 1:30 p.m. and we'll be taking you through the whole match. And then straight after the stream, we'll be doing the player ratings as well live on stream. So make sure you're subscribed.
Make sure everyone goes and subscribes to Wolverine. Next one, as like I said, he just started a YouTube channel as well. Do a little plug for your channel, man.
Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, we just actually had a live stream just before came on with Door. So we had the legend Pat Lally on with myself and Joe Pratton, and it's called the Forest Fans Hub channel. We've had Kieran on. Kieran's been on. Wolverine, I've had a chat with you. And I hope Mr. Door will join us as well soon.
Drop me a message on Twitter, mate. We'll hook up.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's just a chance for anybody to come on, and give their opinion, whether you've been at the game, whether you've been watching it, listening to it, following a live stream with Wolverine, or commentating on a game like Jamie from a Media Man. Everybody come in and give your opinions, and it was just a way to give everybody a voice, because there's so many of us are not going to be at the games this season, and I'm eternally grateful and happy to be there. But I understand, and the reason I say it was to give those people a voice, because sometimes you get the comment, "Oh, you weren't at the game," or we were actually going to call it Armchair Forest fans, but we thought we'll get it.
I like that.
I love that. I love that.
But no, but it is a chance for everybody. It doesn't make you any less passionate about our club, you know.
Exactly.
And you know, I'm going to give a shout out. I plagiarized you, mate. I give you Wolverine. Watch your back if you get a chance. I did give you a good shout out on our stream earlier today because I'm at work all day, and on my drive home, I just tune into what Wolverine's. But he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, support everybody here. And Kieran's got his bit. I don't know why I'm publicising. Yeah, I'll let you speak for yourself, Kieran.
You did a better job for us than we could do, mate. Carry on.
Mate, no worries.
Yeah.
But Dore's the man. Dore's the kingmaker, mate. You gave us all the opportunity. And thank you so much, man. And we'll all want to give something back to you as well, mate, because you've been an absolute legend for helping.
Listen, man, I've always said to people before I get came before, I'm just a Forest fan. That's what people need to remember. I'm just a Forest fan, and I do this show and I get everyone on, and I do vlogs. I have fun. Don't take it serious, and it's good to do. That's all it is. Kieran, you've got TikTok, haven't you? Tell everyone what you do.
Just basically Forest stuff, really. Have a bit of a laugh on there, really. Some Huddersfield fans have liked the videos, so that's been very interesting. A bit of a kind of they make a bit of a rivalry, but it's all fun and games. But yeah, I do TikTok.
So everyone follow Kieran. I say everyone, people, like I say, it's good to have, like I said, promote everyone. So everyone go and follow Wolverine as a channel as well. Follow TikTok on Kieran, and that's it. And make sure everyone's
like the stream as well here as well.
People as well. I forgot my channel, and I saw a comment. I think it was yesterday. If people have an opinion, I keep saying subscribe to the channel. What else do you want me to do? I've got to subscribe to my channel. That's why I've got to promote my channel. So people, if you are new to the channel, subscribe. If you are new viewer, like I said, my target is to get 10K before the end of the year. So that's my target, and I know I'm getting the Forest tattoo. Shout out to Forest Stan. He's sorting it out for me. So we are going together to get the Forest tattoo.
Wait, Dora, are you dressing up this weekend? Is it this weekend?
No, I meant to know. Right. Let me see something. Let me explain to that one, okay? I meant to dress up at Newcastle away. I meant to dress away, but no. But I said to Craig, right? I didn't want to do Newcastle away because it's the first game of the season. So he's got the costume. He's sorting it out for me. I am going to do it. 100%. No chance. No,
you're a man of your word, aren't you, bro?
100%, 5%. But you're mad.
Guys in the chat, would you like to see it Sunday? Yes or no?
Nah, chance.
Yes.
Nah, chance.
Yes.
That's not happening. No, I'll wait. No chance. It's an away game, not a home game. It's never a home game. Always away. But people, get me to 10K. If I get to 10K, what did I say to Craig? I said 10K for just was it me, Marion? I just was me, Marion.
How can they trust you to get to 10K when you haven't fulfilled your promise of 8?
I will.
Come on, bro. You gotta be honest here.
I will, but. Right, if you saw the costume, it was absolutely disgraceful. Craig got me absolutely disgraceful, and I'm not walking through Newcastle. I'm not going to say what it was because there's kids watching this, but I'm not going to say what it was. It was disgrace. Craig, you disgrace. You're disgusting. You know why, Craig. But yeah, right, people. I'm going to go. Thank you for everyone that taking part. Wolverine, Ez, and Kieran. It's been a pleasure for taking the time to come. Be on the channel, but people, we're so close. 23 years after the last time we played a game in the Premier League. I'm so excited, people. And if Forest do sign the 3 players, I might because I won't be doing a stream at 9 o'clock because it's Dez's stag do. Dez's stag do, so I've got to go out and go. Out. Just get. I'm not drinking
tomorrow. I'll cover you, bro.
So people, like I said, people, thank you everyone for taking part. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. People, I will see you Sunday. I'll be there for 11 o'clock. If you want to get on a vlog, please come to me. Peace and love, people. Up the bloody Reds.
Come on, you Reds.
On the Reds.